Hi guys, Mr. Johnny here. In this video I want to show you a little piece of, sound system. Yeah, POS, but piece of sound system that one chap brought to me with a complaint that it has a scratchy port. Well, I don't think you need me to video the process of me turning the port and hearing the scratches. I mean, like, it's bloody obvious, isn't it? But what's funny about it is that he also said that there is a problem while one of the speakers, here's this POS, by the way, Luxion or whatever, sub into satellites. The problem is some of this, one or few of the satellites, doesn't matter. One or both of the satellites are intermittent. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So he immediately suspected the cable, so it might be snapped somewhere. Well, after I took it apart, first of all I took this piece out, which holds 3 pots: volume, treble and bass. Bass really is just a volume control of the subwoofer, nothing else. Treble is a tone control for these 2 satellites, and volume is the overall volume control. Bass does not control the cutoff frequency at all, it's just a dedicated volume control for the subwoofer and nothing else. This control is scratchy. It's a 50 kilo ohm potentiometer, linear type. I don't know why did they use linear, not a logarithmic one, but whatever. I'm gonna replace it, order it, because I don't have that on hand. And I actually found the problem why these satellites are intermittent sometimes. That is because when I took it apart, let me put it on a bench. Okay, POS is on the bench. We take it out. We see that I undid the board already. It was something like this on this side, but that doesn't matter. The board itself, let me try to show you. It's not unhooked, obviously, but see those three chips. Those chips are TDA 2030A, all of them. Typical stuff for a cheap sound system. Not to say that the chip is bad. Chip is nice. If used properly, it is a beautiful chip. I mean, beautiful, inexpensive power amplifier. Since there are 3, they are single channel each, so I say that this subwoofer itself is not even bridged. It is driven by only one chip. So the output ain't gonna be anything terrific. There is this horrible glue, if you can see it right there. You can see it is just disgusting. Thankfully it's not conductive at all, so that's nice. That's those 3 chips. But the problem is, I mean, like, take a look at the board, right? It's nothing suspicious. Yes, there is a bunch of this horrible glue there, right? No bulged capacitors, no nothing. No signs of discoloring here, right? But when you take a look on the other side, you see a beautiful example of what thermal stress does to a joint. Take a look at those solder joints. I'm gonna bring you in, because there's just no way. Or is there? Let me figure it out, to prevent shaky footage and so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry for the poor lighting, but let me focus it. There we go. Those 5 pins you see, 3 on the left, 3 on the right and 2 on the left. 2 on the left which are completely dry. Dry as a dead dingo's dongle. Here's the next chip. Here's the next chip. This one doesn't seem too bad. It's one of the satellites, I would reckon. It's another of the satellites, and that's a sub. I mean, like, good God, is it getting hot? I don't know, maybe it was, you know, maybe it is because it was soldered bad straight away, but I don't think that. I mean, like, soldering the cheap Chinese stuff is not excellent by any stretch of the word, but this is just abysmal. Anyway, yeah. So one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check the ESR of these bulk capacitors. I'm gonna also, you know, what the hell, there are just a few electrolytics, I'm gonna check them all. I feel good today. And I'm gonna go and resolder every pin on these ICs, and maybe few more. A good practice is to resolder, reflow the joints which are on the parts which heat up, they are thermally stressed. And another thing that you should reflow is the parts which are mechanically stressed, connectors. The connectors, as you can see, JST is there. Reflow those, and also reflow the parts which heat up. Part of the reason why it's so bad, I think, is because the heatsink is fixed to the board via this L bracket. So the heatsink, being an aluminum piece, when it heats up it expands, and it might just go and IC is soldered to the board and it expands and it kind of wants to stretch the IC out and pull it out of the board. So that's what I think happened there. That's not nice. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna just go reflow the ICs, reflow the connectors, see for some crappy solder joints, check the ESR of all capacitors, and wait for that 50k potentiometer to arrive. That's that one, by the way. You can see three of them. One on the left is 50k. They're all 50k, but this one is single. Those are dual ganged because they are for the satellites. Right, so that's that. I'm gonna check the ESR and come back in a moment. Okay, tested the capacitors. Bulk capacitors are fine. All the other capacitors are not very fantastic, but not that bad that I would consider replacing them. So only thing to do really is to reflow these joints and wait for the parts to arrive. Yeah, well, I don't know what happened there, but you know, this is a piece of paper, you know. It's supposed to be a port, but you know, I don't know what happened to the original pipe that was there, but it doesn't matter. It looks like he did replicate the size pretty well, so I'm just gonna glue it in place and it will be fine. This doesn't matter all that much, especially in this hi-fi POS. That is piece of sound system, you know, not what you're thinking. Yes, it is what you're thinking, it is shit. Decided, oh, what the hell, let's make the video unnecessarily long. Let's take a bit of leaded solder and reflow those stupid joints. I bought another cartridge for my T12 station, this D24 cartridge. As you can see, this one even has right there something laser engraved. It says Heiko lead free. The other ones don't, but I already had to fix this cartridge because the readings jumped all over the place. And I will make another video about what to do if your cartridge does just that. Okay. Boy, they are dry. Holy moly. judging from the how it is damaged, how the solder joint is damaged, it really looks like it was pulled that way. It was pulled there, like that, by the heatsink. So yes, my hunch was correct, because yeah, these joints look like they've been pulled that way while the actual pins were hot. What a crap. And there is not much pin sticking out, so I can't really make a nice fillet. But I'm gonna make a rather big blob there to hopefully fix the problem. It ain't gonna look nice, but well, in comparison to how it looks now, it will look pretty awesome. It is as fascinating as watching paint dry, I would reckon, for you, but so what? I don't monetize these videos, so I don't care if you watch it or not. Don't like it, don't watch it, this kind of deal. Really. YouTube, especially now, is just a horrendous place to make money on. With all this adpocalypse and stuff. If you think that I'm making quite a bit of money on those videos I have monetized, you're wrong. Because I never reached the minimum amount, which is $100, to actually get that money on my credit card or whatever. It takes me ages, and my videos have been monetized a year or more ago. I can actually tell you how much usually I make according to statistics. About $3 or $4 per month. Yeah, isn't it funny? First I actually monetized my videos just to be like for shits and giggles, you know, as a joke. But as it comes out, it is really a joke, because that income is just pathetic. No other word to say. Yeah, it is just pathetic. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What can I say? Bigger the blob, better the job. Let's just pick all these small solder balls so they don't short something out. Clean the tip, tin it, put a bit of solder on it, put it on stand, switch off the station and toss it in a garbage. Alright, now I'll be waiting for parts. Because this video is quite long, I may actually upload it now, so you can see this beautiful piece of video art. And then you will have to wait a bit more than I will have to before I get that freaking potentiometer. Yeah, and then I will make a test. It actually works surprisingly good. For the size of it, it is crikey, but it is reasonable, you know. It's better than nothing. Not a perfect subwoofer, it's more of a woofer really, but meh, still better than nothing, right? You know. Blah 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 blah. Quit, Johnny, quit. Thanks for watching, see ya.